Hi, everyone. This is childbirthwithgrace.tv, and I am Ilia Blandina, your host. And my intention is to help you reach your wonderful birth journey through awakening your life power through the art of tapping and how it applies to childbirth. So, today I'm actually going to do a review of all the wonderful things we've covered since we started back in September, and also look forward to what we're going to be covering in the future. So I hope you will enjoy this overview. So we started on September 9th, 2015, and the first class was why birth plans don't work. And awesome class. It's going to be actually, I'm going to replay it in some of the Encore series. So, um, and it basically covers the idea of to plan or not to plan. Uh, that's the question. If we plan our birth, can that predispose it to not going as planned? So, students during that class learned why planning their dream birth experience may not be the best use of their time and energy. So, don't miss that class. I'm going to go ahead and put it as a encore uh, replay. So that's going to be great information. Then the second class was all about tapping. It covered the big question, what is tapping, anyways? And basically, tapping is a way to help you minimize your fears, stresses, and concerns around your whole birth experience. So, in that class, I demonstrated how to use this amazing tool, which I've been using when I was actively working as a certified nurse midwife. So, good stuff. I also shared a bit of the history behind tapping. So, uh, that's usually actually always on the theater page when the show isn't live. By the way, on the theater page, there's a comment section right below this video that's playing. Be sure to post any comments. Make sure that you um, take away the check where it says refresh, because otherwise it'll refresh while you're trying to type. And I'll be looking at that to see if anyone's has any questions or would like to talk about all the different subjects that we've covered. Also, what is tapping anyway? That class also did cover where the points are, where they're located on your body, and basically after that class you walked away with a great go-to tech method and process that you could use in the moment uh, to reduce your stress right from your fingertips. So it was a really great class to put on. The third class I focused on about my personal tapping journey, and there uh, I went sort of behind the scenes of my mind as to why I created the logo, which is if you look at it right behind us, it's the hands with the universe as the branches and the leaves on a tree. So there we dared to enter the mystical forest of the mind. And I also included uh, tapping meditation, which actually ended up being sort of a mainstay uh, after most of the classes, where I guided you through a tapping meditation based on what subject area we were talking about. So uh, in that class, one of the quotes, one of my favorite quotes, is by Eckhart Tolle, and he said, uh, "You are the universe expressing itself as a human for a little while." So that's sort of like a little uh, kind of small uh, origin story of how I came up with the logo for Childbirth with Grace. So uh, then the fourth class, I introduced the warrior goddess within, and let's practice being in labor. And there, as that birthed the beginning of the warrior goddess within labor pain management series. And basically, we talked about how labor is one of the most physical and psychologically challenging events that you will face as a woman. And essentially, my what I always taught all my students is to approach it as if you were a warrior goddess. And when you're a warrior goddess, you have to train like a warrior goddess. So through that series, I taught how to practice using EFT during real labor pains. And yes, I actually taught everyone how to safely elicit pain and do real pain management during each class. So we those classes, I always said, bring your paper towels and a bowl of ice, and we'll get straight to work. So that was a really great series, very practical way of learning how to use tapping and different pain management techniques that you can practice well before going into labor, so that way you could see which ones work for you. And of course, for those of you who aren't pregnant, we should all know how to have manage any kind of pain. So we all need the pain management skills. So you can learn these techniques and use them for things like menstrual cramps, ovulation pain, headaches, any kind of pain that you can think of. I've used it when I've accidentally burned my finger while cooking, those kind of things like that. So it's always handy to know how to manage pain. Uh, Also, let me take an opportunity now to first of all, if you joined us late, it's you reached Childbirth with Grace.tv. I'm Amelia Blandina, and I would like to please have you invite anyone that you may know that is pregnant to Childbirth with Grace.tv, and you can catch this series. Particularly, you could catch the Warrior Goddess Within pain management series on my Vimeo on demand channel. So if you go to vimeo.com/on demand /warrior goddess within, you can actually catch all the classes that deal with all the different labor pain management techniques there. So by all means, go there, catch it, and you won't have missed a thing. So with the beginning of the new year in January, I started using monthly themes to explore how to use tapping during pregnancy. So January was all about overcoming the mirror, which if you are familiar with my theater page for the class, when we're not live, it goes back to the full page, and there's actually, you scroll down, there's a link that links you to a hour long insights and guided tapping meditation that I recorded that you can purchase. So if anyone's interested, please by all means um, grab your copy. You could either download it or actually purchase the hard CD. So uh, go ahead and catch that and give it as away as gifts. It's a great gift. So I had a great time creating that. Uh, the first class in January was all about, will my body ever be the same? And that was a great class. We looked at how to look at your body in the mirror and how to use different techniques for self acceptance. Uh, Also, the next class was awakening the soul, your soul's beauty. And then the last class in January was with a guest speaker, Tammy Marshall, and we talked all about how to overcome cravings. So that was really a great class. All of them have been great classes, actually. So I'm having fun every single time. And you can catch that on the I've posted it on the event page for Childbirth with Grace, a link to it on my YouTube channel so that you could catch it whenever. Um, February brought in the theme for passion, and we covered the beauty and passion of labor, as well as finding the love of a lifetime. So today, I'm doing a brief recap of what we've done so far in all the classes. I did put out a survey as to uh, what you would like to what's your biggest challenge during pregnancy or after or during parenting. So if anyone didn't catch that survey, it's on the fan page. You can catch that survey. Also, I'll probably go ahead and put out a survey um, getting some feedback as far as what kind of topics that you would like to see in the future. So in moving forward, actually next week is really going to be a cool week. So don't miss that next week's live show. Next week we will be talking about how to ignite your passion during pregnancy. And I will be doing that show with a special guest, Alina Frank, who is an EFT master and author of the best selling book, How to Want Sex Again. So, yes, next week is going to be all about sex, so don't miss it. And I'm really excited about next week's class. In March, the rest of the year, I'll go over through what we're going to be doing. March is going to be an encore month. So I'm going to use that time. I'm going to um, re air some of the previous classes that you may have missed every week. So be looking at that. And I'm going to use the time to develop more concepts and products and different things. So March will, even though I won't be here live, I still will be looking at the comment section. So please write in and on the fan page as well, which is on Facebook, Ilya Blandina /page. And please write in and let's keep the conversation going. And April will be all about tapping into the past. And that's going to be a really great month. It's not only talking about your um, past in this lifetime, but we're also going to talk about um, how previous lifetimes can impact how you respond to what's going on in this present life. So if you're really interested in uh, past lives and how that can carry forward into your current life, April is going to be all about that. That is going to be really fun, really deep. And when I started reading about um, that topic, it blew my mind. And of course, we're going to have a special guest speaker, Jenny Johnston. And she is the author of the best-selling book Tapping into Your Past Lives and Mining Your Akash. So uh, look forward to that. So don't miss out on April. In May, I will be adding more techniques into the Warrior Goddess Within labor pain management series. So that is definitely not completed. So what I've done so far, please go ahead and catch it. At vimeo.com/on-demand/warrior goddess within. So start using it now. Pass the word to everyone. It's a great series to get yourself ready for labor and how to manage pain. In June, I will be talking about how to use the matrix to imprint your birth journey. Now, this is something I personally did and finally got the best birth ever. Well, I mean, all my births were, I have 4 kids. If you haven't seen my story before, but I have 4 kids and they were all born completely different. And my very last baby was born at home. And as my husband would say, I found the holy grail of births. So, and one of the ways that I was able to do that is by using the matrix to imprint my best possible birth journey. So I will be teaching you all of that in June. And well, I will also have be joined with by a special guest speaker, Sharon King, who invented the technique matrix birth reimprinting. So, and she's just released a book, which I will let you know the title. I didn't have it ready for the show, but that's okay. But look her up. She's really great. Sharon King. She will be joining us live in June. So, what can I say? It's going to be a great rest of the year. There'll be even more after June. I just haven't thought that far in advance. So just hang in there with me and be part of the process. Either I will put out a survey to get your input to see what you want to be taught as my virtual students online, and I will certainly teach to your needs. So by all means, you can either put your request in on the comments below or on the fan page. So please write in and let me know what you need, what you want. So stay tuned. There's going to be special guests. There's new products will be revealed. I'm developing different things like a whole aromatherapy line to help with your energy centers in your body. So we're going to do a lot of stuff this next year. It's going to be very fun. And so don't miss a week. And please tell your friends, leave comments below and on the fan page. And if you would like to go deeper and have more of a one-to-one uh, relationship with me, you can schedule a personal chat with me at iliablandina.youcanbookme rather you okay iliablandina.youcanbook.me. So we can just schedule yourself a little time slot and we can discuss how I can help you in the future. So until next week, uh, keep on tapping, and remember that the celestial tree of all your ancestors are there waiting to guide you to your best possible birth journey. And one of the ways is through clearing the way, um, instead of planning. So don't get hung up on planning. Focus on clearing the way, on being clear on what your fears are, so you can tackle them and get rid of them so they don't come in between you and how you go through your birth. So until next week, and I know today was a short show, but hey, uh, I will see you next week. Don't forget, next week, live with Alina Frank. It's going to be all about how to ignite the passion in your pregnancy, and all about um, sex and pregnancy, good stuff, juicy stuff. So can't wait to be with you next week. So until then, this is Ilya Blandina on Childbirth with Grace.tv. So see you next week. Bye.